And we're live! Get your cocktails ready, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, children of all ages, because the show starts in just a few seconds.
A little ordinary? Is it lacking something awesome? Well, head out to your local liquor store and pick up something extraordinary. Grab a bottle of Old Humble Straight Whiskey or Old Humble Special Reserve. They're clean, smooth, easy drinking whiskeys that taste the way whiskey should taste. From humble beginnings to an extraordinary finish, Old Humble whiskeys are what your bar needs today. Walk tall, be awesome, and drink humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey and Old Humble Special Reserve. Get yours today.
Get yours today, indeed. Look at the subscriber counter up there. It says 1210. The real number is like 1215, if I'm not mistaken. 1218, somewhere in that neighborhood. 1214, somewhere in that neighborhood. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I am the Old Humble guy. I am your friendly neighborhood sin merchant. Here to, I'm trying to get the ice out of my ice mold here. It's, oh, Poppy, it's coming. There it is. Got my ice, and it is not clear ice because I'm not a pretentious dick. And I have said time and again, and I will continue to say time and again, if the ice is the most remarkable part of your cocktail, then you are making a shitty cocktail. I stand by that, and I also stand by what I make. Our delicious Old Humble Distilling Company Double Oak Rye. Get yours today at a finer apothecary near you. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I am super duper happy for tonight because we have trivia. Tonight's trivia is right here in my hot little hand. It is already 9:15 and I have to get up at 5:30 in the morning and leave the house no later than 6:15. So we're going to just jump right in and get into trivia. I'm going to hide the counter. Is that the counter? Yeah, I'm going to hide the counter for now. Cheers to chat. We have Art by Sparkles. We have Bimbo Barbarella. We have Sunflowers. Cheers to everyone in chat. If you're in for trivia, say you're in for trivia now in chat or forever hold your pee. Let's give it another 10 minutes. It's 9:19. I'll give it 10 more minutes so that we can make a proper determination of who's going to be in chat. Sunflower says, I need to get my notepad here and record the names. I have a proper what the hell is that? I have a proper grid-lined paper here so I can keep track of everybody's numerals and such. I didn't have my opening shot. Let's have an opening shot. Where's my shot glass? Here it is. Opening shot for everybody. We'll do another shot of our Double Oak Rye. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, grab your left hand, and with that hand, grab your drink and grab your right hand and hold it out to your fellow man, making appropriate consensual contact. Cheers to all of y'all. May the brotherly love flow through and be, I don't know, something, something, blah, blah, blah. I'm with you in spirit. Let's go. All right. So let me get my handy dandy number marking device here. I saw sunflowers is in. Flowers. Sunflowers is in. Okay, I'm going to mark lines here. And because I have a properly gridded piece of paper here, I don't need to use a ruler. I have sunflowers. I'm going to draw the line across there. Who else is in? I see sunflowers is in. Bimbo Barbarella is in. Bimbo is in. Make sure I'm making the lines proper. Now, of course, we have 5 rounds of trivia. 5 rounds of trivia. The last round is worth double the points. Each round has 9 questions. Do we just have the 2? Is Sparkles not in? Art by Sparkles, you need to be in because I'm not going to play it with just 2 people. That's just boring. We need at least a 3rd place and a 4th place, ideally. So I'm going to give it 10 more. What do we got? 9 more minutes. Today, I was working on the other side of town. My gig that I'm going to in the mornings right now, it is a, I can't give you the details of what we're going over, but it is a focus group thing, a marketing focus group, maybe a lawyer focus group. I'm not sure. It's some kind of focus group. But we are looking at, I don't know, some kind of legal thing. And it is dreadfully boring. Dreadfully boring. The OSHA this and injuries that and blah, 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 blah. But it is, it's one of those things where you just show up, you answer questions, and you get easy money. It's fantastic, the technology they have. You get the little iPad, and they're giving a presentation. You're rating the presentation real time. Like I like this, don't like that. It's like in The Simpsons where they had the little dial, and they're going back and forth with the dial. But this is with an iPad. It is so cool, absolutely so cool. I'm enjoying the chat going back and forth. Sunflowers is already talking shit. Good for you, Sunflowers. Nate hasn't shown up, so he usually shows up after the first round anyway. Same with Bacon. Bacon shows up after the first or second round, but that doesn't affect his score. He still ends up with like 3 points at the end of the game. I'm going to give everybody 2 columns. That should do good for the points because then I can record the points for the round and then the total points that they've got for all rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Bacon is on your team tonight. I don't know if you want to claim him on your team. You could literally have nobody replace him. If past performance is any indicator of future. Housekeeping stuff. I'm super duper excited. We have Zach Neal coming on the. Let me get confirmation. Let me see if I have confirmation. I'll go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. Zach Neal, who is a winner of Male Artist of the Year at the 2022 Texas Country Music Awards. They say he has 40,000 enthusiastic social media followers, 712,000 streams so far. He's open for Robert Earl Keen. He has 4 top 40 singles on Texas radio. He's Emerging Artist of the Year at the Texas Country Music Awards in 2021. And ladies and gentlemen, we may have just booked him to play at the distillery on December 16th, which means he'll be coming to you live on YouTube on December 16th. This is one hell of a performer, and I am super duper excited about snagging this guy out of the ether. I am super excited about it and am very much looking forward to seeing him at the shop and what he can do and what he can um, what he can bring to the party. I'm geeked. I'm totally stoked, totally geeked up about this. Um, and you should be too. He's coming in from Nashville. He's got another show. He's doing a couple of shows that he's doing in the area. Oh, Jen's too tired. Poor Jen. Um, but he's a Nashville artist. Obviously, he's popular in Texas, and he will be coming to our little old shop on Friday, December 16th. I'm super duper excited about it. Could not be more jazzed up. Um, you know what? And I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to share this to our post. Trivia night. Copy link. Nope. Create post. That's, trivia is beginning. Is beginning. Get in here to have some fun. Woo! I'm actually really super duper tired tonight, but I'm telling you, midnight. I'm cutting this off at midnight. We're not going to be going all night like I normally do. Midnight, I have to cut it off because I have to wake up. Um, yes, you are going to absolutely want to check that show out, Bimbo. He is a super artist, fantastic artist. Um, I think you're gonna enjoy this. I've enjoyed listening to his music. We almost got him to come to the shop a little while ago, back in the summertime, but it was too hot. I didn't really want to get people out in the heat in the parking lot and da 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 da. But this isn't just your classic typical tear in my beer country music. You know, old Merle and old Willie and all that. This is the modern new stuff, and it's these Texas country guys. They're as much rockabilly as they are country, and I thoroughly enjoy their sound. I thoroughly enjoy their music, and I am totally looking forward to it. Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, there you go, Bimbo. Although, well, yeah, that's right. You're on the East Coast, so you have one less hour than me. Although 6 a.m. for you is 5 a.m. No, it's 7 a.m. for me. So you have a uh, when you get up at 6 a.m., I'll be getting up at 5 a.m. Is that right? No, am I the other way? Yeah, you're an hour. You get up at 6. I'm getting up at 5. That's the same. We're talking about the same time here. We were talking about. I think we're talking about the same time. Yeah, we're talking about the same time because when it's 6 here, it's 7 there. When it's 5 here, it's 6 there. So we're talking about the exact same time. We're waking up at the exact same time, Bimbo. You know what? I'm going to say we go ahead and do this. We got 2 minutes to go. I don't foresee getting too many more people in here to do this. I kind of just posted this up at the last minute. We're just going to have some fun. Fuck it. What do I care? What do you care? What does anybody care? We're just going to have some fun. We'll record the points. People come in the second round. That's how we do things. Or I could wait. Or, I mean, let me know. Do you want to get started now? Do you want me to wait 5 more minutes? I mean, I could do either or. I'm easy. I got a couple more stories to tell. I could tell you the story about um, the time that a midget peed on me. I could tell you the story about the time that I chased a dog in my dress shoes. I could tell you the story about the time that I almost electrocuted my dog because he was flirting with a girl. Um, it wasn't on purpose. I mean, I didn't like, I'm going to electrocute him because she was a cute girl. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was just stubborn and bullheaded. He was, we were shot collar training him because he was running down the street and getting in very, very dangerous situations. And this is what he would do. We'd open the door and pew, he was a beagle. He'd just take off. We had squirrels all over the neighborhood. He would just bolt down the street to start chasing squirrels. And it turned, after a couple of, it wasn't many, it wasn't very long. It was just a couple of weeks. He'd run out the door and I'd pop the shot collar and he'd stop. I'd give him to the edge of the yard and he'd stop. He was a very smart dog. It didn't take him very long for him to learn this. And it wasn't a very hard shock. It was a very mild shock. I tried it, put it on my leg, through my pants. I could feel it. It would alert you. Um, but after about a month or so, when he was very good and trained, he wouldn't bolt down the street anymore. He just kind of trotted out to the edge of the yard and stopped. And then, like the next, it was like 3 months later. We moved in March, and this was August or so. So it was several months later. The house across the street and two doors down had a bunch of college kids move into it. Bunch of we were relatively freshly married. We'd been married now for about 4 years, I think. So we were in our early late 20s, early mid to late 20s, somewhere in that neighborhood. But these like 4 or 5 college students that had moved into the house across the street, 2 doors down. 3 girls and 2 guys, I think it was, or maybe it was 2 girls and 2 guys. I can't remember the exact makeup, but one of them was really really cute. And my beagle, he had a thing for girls. He had an eye for girls. He could pick them out of the crowd, and he would go flirt with them. And it was, I mean, if I was a single man, I would have picked Rusty to be my dog because he was a great wingman. He was an absolutely fantastic wingman. He could go, he could find. He didn't give a shit if you had your boyfriend with you or not. There was one time I took him to the dog park, and he literally, it was this dog park. It was by the bayou, so you could go down, you could go swimming, or your dog could jump in the bayou and go swimming. Big giant open field. You could throw the ball, the dog would chase it, but there was also this big old hedge of bushes, and the big old hedge of bushes, it was like 40 feet, 50 feet long. Went from the bank all the way up almost to the road to get around this hedge, you had to go about 50, 60 feet up and then turn around and then go back down the other side. And this son of a bitch goes sniffing along the hedgerow and dips under the hedges and goes to the other side of the hedges to the next park over. And I'm like, Rusty, you son of a bitch. He just goes. And I'm like, I couldn't stop him. He goes under the bushes. I couldn't go under the bushes to chase after him. So I had to go all the way up the street, all the way back down. And when I come back down, damn if he's not sitting on a picnic blanket in between this dude and his girlfriend, just leaning up to the girl, and she's rubbing his belly, looking around for the owner. And he's looking around going like, whose dog is, and I'm coming down like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He's just a dirty old man. I apologize. He likes girls. He loves my wife. He likes girls. He likes flirting with girls. I'm sorry, dude. I'm so sorry. I'll take him out. You're like, Rusty, come on, come on. And I like pick him up and I walk off. I'm like, dude, you have really good taste. She's super duper cute. But anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, so anyway, yeah, he takes off across the street. Like he takes off to the edge of the yard, which is about as far as he's supposed to go. And he stops and he looks back at me, and then he just starts walking out into the street. And I'm like, Rusty, stop it! I go inside. I get the little buzzer thing. I didn't even have it. That's like how trained he was at this point. And I hit it once, and he stops. He like twitches, and he looks back at me again, and then he looks over at the girl, and he looks back at me, and he keeps walking. And I turn it up a notch and I hit it again and he twitches and he looks back at me with this like look on his face like, what the hell are you doing, dude? And he just walks across the street. He just keeps just stubbornly just walks across the street and I hit it again and he gives the little twitch like he feels it. I know he feels it. I know he's getting the message. Like, dude, stop it, come back home. But he's like, I'm not being dangerous. I'm not being reckless. I'm just walking. And I'm walking to this cute little girl that I see. And he ends up, literally walks across the street to her feet and he sits down at her feet to get petted on. And I'm like, I can't hit him anymore. I can't do this. He's trained. He's like doing what he's supposed to do. He's not running down the street being dangerous. He's just going and flirting with girls. So I, put down the little buzzer and I walk across and explain to her what he was doing and what I was doing. And she's like, that is the sweetest thing. Your dog is so sweet. He can come over and visit me anytime he wants. I'm like, that's very nice of you. I'm married. So, yeah. Bacon's in the house. Bacon is in the house. Fantastic, babe. We've literally been waiting on you to show up. You're our third person for trivia. Um, I will write you down. I will draw the line for the grid, and we will assume that Nate is showing up at some point to just to show up and chat and wreck trivia and win with only 2 rounds of participation because that's what Nate does. Um, but what we're going to do, simple, easy, 5 rounds of trivia. The last round is worth double the points. Every round has 9 questions. You answer the question by putting the answers in chat. 1 answer, 2 answer, 3 answer, 4 answer, all in one single line and hit enter, return, done, whatever it is on your keypad. What is it on mine? Send is what it is on mine. So that's how it's done. I ask the questions, you give the answers. I give you 45 seconds to finish your answers and hit send. And then I give the answers. Simple as that. All names are first and last names unless it's an accepted single name moniker like Prince or Cher or Gandhi or uh, who's another one? Who's another one? Um, see, Roosevelt would be a bad one. Like presidents can have just last names unless it's Roosevelt because we need to know if it's FDR or TDR. Um, Mondale would work, because there's only one Mondale that anybody knows, unless it's specifically asking for who's Walter Mondale's son. Then we need to know first name, last name, right? Frankenstein would work if it's Dr. Frankenstein, but not Frankenstein's monster. See, because if it's Frankenstein's monster, we need to know which one you're talking about. So gotcha. Oprah, I think that counts as a single name moniker. I think that counts as a what is it? A single name moniker. That'd be like a nom de nom de. Fuck, I don't know what they would call it. Anyway, whatever. Also, my son bought a computer 2 days ago, and it showed up today. So that's pretty cool. My son has a new computer now in his bedroom, which means I'll be checking search histories. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, so if we don't have any questions, oh my God, this is really small type. I forgot to make it bigger. 5 rounds, 1 point per question, 2 points per question. In the fifth round, no cheating, no collaborating. Don't call out the answers. That's why you need to put them all at one time in the last line. All answers must have first and last name unless it's a universally accepted one name person, one name individual. Named a soul? No, that'd be a solar name. Named a. I'm sure there's a term for that, like single named individuals. Y'all could probably Google that and find out. I can't, not right now. That's it. I have the final say and arbiter of the points, but you should also keep in mind 1 point is rarely the difference in first and last, second and third. Very rarely the difference is 1 point. So I'm not going to be too much of a stickler unless it's something that's worth being a stickler about. Like, what city is the Eiffel Tower in? And you say France. That's not a fucking city. France is a country. You can't say France is the city that the Eiffel Tower is located because that is just wrong. So don't expect me to be like lenient when the question is like very specific about cities or countries or states. If it's like, what state is uh, the Alamo located in? And you're like, the United States. The United States isn't a fucking state, all right? And San Antonio also isn't a state. So don't give me this shit. If it's very specific, don't even try and pull that shit. But if it's like, where is Mission Control located? Houston would be fine. You don't have to be specific and say Clear Lake or Deer. You don't have to be that specific. Everyone knows it's in Houston, even if it isn't a suburb of Houston. I'm fine with that. I'm absolutely fine. Where do the Cowboys play for the National Football League? You can say Dallas. That's fine. Even if it is Arlington or whatever stupid city they play in, of that fucking shithole town of Dallas. Don't worry about it. Like, be close enough. I'm cool with that. But you got to be answering the right questions. Don't be answering cities when it asks for states. Don't be answering countries when it asks for cities. Don't be answering cities when it asks for countries. Come on, work with me on here. All right. Lisa will be like, I don't care. I'll take gravy instead of roux. But I'm not Lisa. I'm not. I'm a hard ass. Anyway, we ready? We ready? Y'all ready? I'm ready. Y'all ready? I need to get a hell yeah from the congregation and we'll get this thing going. I mean, I can wait all night for a hell yeah from the congregation. Don't mind me. I will just sit here and stare at the camera like this. I got a little whiskey in my mustache. I see a yeah from Bimbo Barbarella. That's fine. But I think I was fairly specific as to what I needed from the congregation. I think I was very specific. I thought I was specific. I said I need a hell yeah, right? Can we say Africa when we talk about where the pyramids are? It depends. If they say, what country are the pyramids in Africa, or what country can you find the Great Pyramid, don't say Africa, because Africa is not a country. If it says what country, I'm going to want to know what country, and that's going to be Egypt. So, it depends on what the question is, but I'm just saying. I, I so, all right. So I need a hell yeah from the congregation. Give me a hell yeah. There we go. Bimbo Barbarella she's on board. She got the game. All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, round one. Consommé is what kind of food dish? Consommé is what kind of food dish? Number two. What two women were the first female co-hosts of Weekend Update? What two women were the first female co-hosts of Weekend Update? Number three. An adult female pig is called what? An adult female pig is called what? Number four. What is the name of the yellow Teletubby? What is the name of the yellow Teletubby? Number five. What animal laughs in the nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle? What animal laughs in the nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle? I know all y'all say in the nursery rhyme right now, right? Hey diddle diddle diddle, the cat. Da, 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 da. Entomology are scientists that study what? I guess this should read entomologists are scientists that study what? In the animated TV show The Simpsons, I'm sorry, number seven. In the animated TV show The Simpsons, who was Ned Flanders' first wife? In the animated TV show The Simpsons, who was Ned Flanders' first wife? Number eight. What alcoholic drink is made from fermented honey? What alcoholic drink is made from fermented honey? And finally, number nine. What does a spelunker explore? What does a spelunker explore? All right. 45 seconds goes on the clock. And I stare off into the distance wistfully as it goes down. And I drink my whiskey. Let's go this side too. I think and ponder. I have a ponderous look upon my face as I look off into the distance. I should take off my glasses so I can look wistfully. And drink my. Let me do this. All right. Have I ever told you all this story about the time the midget peed on me? Oh wait, that's 45 seconds. We're done. Okay, on to the answers. We got everybody in. We see bacon. We see sunflowers. We see Bimbo Barbarella. On with the show. The answers are thus. Number one, consomme is soup. The answer to number one is soup. Number two, two women. You have to answer them both. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Tina Fey and Amy Poehler. Poehler, I hardly even know her. Number three, an adult female pig is called a sow. A sow, I also would have accepted a Jennifer, but that's just a scar from an old wound. Number four, the name of the yellow Teletubby is La La. La La. Yep. We got, nope, not Tinky. 1 out of 3 got it. The dog laughed in the nursery rhyme, Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey Diddle Diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The dish ran away with the spoon. The little dog laughed to see such a sight, and the cow jumped over the moon. Look at that. I remembered that out of my brain, banana. Entomologists are scientists that study what? That is insects. And I swear to God, the question says entomology are scientists that study. Like, what is wrong with you people? So that's insects for number 6. Number 7, and this was another one that was a badly written question. The question says, who is Ned Flanders' wife? Ned Flanders doesn't currently have a wife because Homer killed Maude with a t-shirt cannon, and then he got married to Miss Krabappel. Then he got married. Oh, been married like 4 times since Maude. But Maude was Ned Flanders' first wife. Mead is made from honey. That is the answer to number 8. It is mead. And finally, number 9 is caves. Spelunkers explore caves. So what do we got? Give me your tally. I'm gonna tally them up myself here. Sunflower says soup. Amy Poehler, Tina Fey. That's 2. Babe is incorrect. Dot is incorrect. Dog, number 5, is correct. That's 3. Insects is correct. Maud is correct. Mead is correct. Caves is correct. Sunflowers get 7 in the first round. Bimbo gets soup. Sow is correct. Not Tinky, not giraffe. Bugs, I'll take it, but it's not. I'll take bugs. Lisa's incorrect. Lisa, come on. Frangelico's wrong, and Caves is correct. Bimbo gets 4. See, that's why I'm not terribly worried about being a little bit lenient because 1 point very rarely matters. And then finally, Bacon. Where you at, Bacon? Bacon. No, no, yes. You got 1, 2, yes. No, no, yes, yes, and yes. You got 5 there, homeboy. 5 for Bacon. Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? That's it. March to the beat of my own drum. Damn right, baby. Okay, so after 1 round, Sunflowers is in the lead by 2 over Bacon, with Bimbo Barbarella taking up the rear. My favorite place to be. Taking up the rear. All right, It sounds different when you say it out loud. On to round 2. What is round 2? Round 2 is art. Art. Art, 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 art. Round 2, question 1. Round 2, question 1. All right. Well, actually, Bacon, you are like 4 points ahead of what you were last week already, so you're doing quite good. Mike Carrier's in the house. Mike, you going to join the party? We've just done round 1. You can join us for round 2. Mike Carrier, I'm going to put you down. You don't have. I'm going to put you on the list. You don't have to participate if you don't want to, but I'm going to have you on the list. I know if you're watching on a mobile device, it makes it a little bit challenging to do the thing with the letters and typing and stuff. But we can be patient. Round 2, art, question 1. I'm going to hate this because I try to answer the questions before I see the answers myself. In the late 19th century, I'm sorry, what? Hold on, let me get a drink. All right. What late 19th century French painter was known for his pictures of ballet dancers? What late 19th century French painter was known for his pictures of ballet dancers? The good news, Bacon, is you're not the only one who's not going to get everything. Square Table's in the house, too. Square Table, do you want to join the party? I'm going to write you down. And if you don't join, that's fine. Just remember to put all of your answers on one single line. One single line. No calling out answers. Number 2. And more about nuclear secrets and art. There's three more rounds after this. Don't worry about it. Number two, what is melting in Dali's 1931 painting, The Persistence of Memory? What what is melting in Dali's 1931 painting, The Persistence of Memories? Number three, what pop artist died in New York in 1987? What pop artist died in New York in 1987? Number four, English artist Andy Brown created a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II using what? Socks, tea bags, bubble gum, or fish bones? Again, number four, English artist Andy Brown created a portrait of Queen Elizabeth II using what? Socks, tea bags, bubble gum, or fish bones? Number five. When looking at the painting Whistler's Mother, is Whistler's mother facing to the left or to the right? When looking at the painting Whistler's Mother, is Whistler's mother facing to the left or to the right? Number six. New York's Museum of Modern Art accidentally hung what famous artist's work upside down? New York's Museum of Modern Art accidentally hung what famous artist's work upside down? Number seven. In 1991, what body part of Michelangelo's David was removed by a chisel-wielding vandal? In 1991, what body part of Michelangelo's David was removed by a chisel-wielding vandal? Cheers, STD. Good to have you out for at least a couple minutes. Glad to have you, brother. Number eight. Who painted the Son of Man? Who painted the Son of Man? Number nine. And the last question, mercifully enough, of this round. In what U.S. state was the painting American Gothic created? In what U.S. state was the painting American Gothic created? Wow, just if you had a good enough resolution on your monitor, you could actually see the answers in my sunglasses, my shades. All right, 45 seconds of the clock, but I don't think we need 45 seconds for y'all to just put blank answers. And I will look wistfully off into the distance. Is that good? Thoughtful, ponderous expression upon my. This part of my beard is all fluffy. It bothers me. Like if it was all fluffy everywhere, that'd be fine. But this is like right here. That bothers me. Anyway, okay. Is that 45? No, that's 30 seconds. We got everybody. We got sunflowers. We got bacon. Waiting on Bimbo. Waiting on Mike. Bimbo, Mike, Bimbo, Mike, Bimbo, Mike, Bimbo, Mike, Mike and Bimbo, Mike and Bimbo, Bimbo, Mike, Bimbo, Mike. Anybody? Anybody? We got anything? 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 There's Bimbo. And that's 50 seconds. We're done. On with the answers. All right. Number one. Oh wow. We got a correct answer. Look at you, sunflowers. Number one, 19th century French painter Degas, Degas, Degas. Edgar was his first name, Edgar Degas. Degas is acceptable. Dali's 1931 painting. It's hard to believe that that Dali was a 20th century painter. Same with Picasso. He was like in the 60s or something like that. Like all these people were just wild. Anyway, the persistence of memory had melting watches or clocks. Watches, there's clocks. Brains, incorrect. Clocks, we got 2 out of 3 there. Pop artist died in New York in 1987. Andy Warhol. Andy Warhol was the pop artist that died in 1987. Another contemporary painter who was just like unbelievable. You think it was like a famous classic painter, but nope. Oh, of course, Andy Warhol. He was just a weirdo. So yeah, kind of. The portrait of Queen Elizabeth was made from tea bags. Tea bags. And it was a challenge for that painter. What's his name? Andy Brown. It was a challenge for him to dip his nuts in all of that paint to make the portrait, but he did it. Whistler's mother is facing the left. Whistler's mother is facing the left. New York's Museum of Modern Art accidentally hung a Matisse upside down. Matisse is the answer to number 6. Could be Henri Matisse if you want to have both names, but Matisse, Matisse. 1991, Michelangelo's David had a toe removed. You filthy perverts. Toe. Uh, all y'all are just filthy perverts. The Son of Man was painted by Rene Magritte. Magritte. I would just take Magritte, but looks like you got Rene. Very good. Picasso is incorrect. And then finally, American Gothic is from Iowa. Yeah, everyone said penis. That's fucking hilarious. I guessed penis when I read it. I'm like, penis? No, okay. Although, fun fact, there's a shopping center in Conroe, Texas, just north of Houston, about 30 to 45 minutes away from where I live here in Humble, where they had replica statues of Michelangelo's David that you could see from the freeway, but it's like 2 football fields, or a football field and a half from the freeway on the other side of like a parking lot. And it's like the statue on top of the building inside of an arch. Like these people were losing their fucking shit because it was a nude Michelangelo's David with his junk hanging all out. And they were like, oh no, you can see his penis. Like, you can't see shit from the freeway. You have to go. These people have lost their fucking mind. Well, welcome to Montgomery County, Texas. Bible Belt and home of the pearl clutching biddies. Anyway, points. Who got points? Clocks, left, Warhol, 3 for Bacon. 1, 2, 3 for Bacon. 3 giving you 8 points total. Bimbo Barbarella got Clocks, Warhol, left. 3 for Bimbo Barbarella. 3 giving you a total of 7. And Sunflowers got, where's Sunflowers? Sunflowers. There it is. You got Degas, you got Warhol, you got Teabags, you got Left. Holy shit. Magritte and you got all 6? Or you got 6 of the 9. Holy shit. Sunflowers jumps out to a commanding lead of 13 versus 7 for Bimbo and 8 for Bacon. Wow. You crushed. Sunflowers. Look at it. We got an artist among us. Brava. Brava. Clearly you love art. That is impressive. I am impressed. You have managed to impress me. Congratulations. You have impressed a relative stranger. And no one is stranger than I. Round 3, sports ball. Round 3. Clang, clang, clang. Now it's time for you to jump in, Mike, and just crush. Round 3, sports. All right, question number 1. Who coached the Boston Celtics basketball team from 1950 to 1966? This is the great equalizer. Sunflowers gets all of her art questions, and then everybody else can work on the sports ball questions. This is where Bacon's going to storm out into the lead. Who coached the Boston Celtics basketball team from 1950 to 1966? Number 2, tennis legend Bjorn Borg was born in what country? Tennis legend Bjorn Borg. He's got such a fun name. Bjorn Borg was born in what country? Number 3. Who surpassed Jim Brown's rushing yards total of 12,312 yards first? Who was the first person to surpass Jim Brown's rushing yards total of 12,312 yards? Number 4. What famous athlete lit the Olympic flame to begin the 1996 Olympic Games? What athlete lit the Olympic flame to begin the 1996 Olympic Games? Number 5. What was Joe DiMaggio's nickname? What was Joe DiMaggio's nickname? I don't have a neck in this shirt. Maybe it's the beard. I don't have a neck with this beard. Number 6. What Czechoslovakian tennis star defected to the U.S. in 1975? What Czechoslovakian tennis star defected to the U.S. in 1975? You could also ask, name a Czechoslovakian tennis star. Number 7. What team reached the Super Bowl in 4 straight years in the 1990s, losing each time? What team reached the Super Bowl for 4 straight years in the 1990s and lost each time? Number 8. Golf excluded. What ball game occupies the largest playing field? Golf excluded. What ball game occupies the largest playing field? And finally, number 9, freestyle, telemark, and adaptive are types of what kind of sport? Freestyle, telemark, and adaptive are types of what kind of sport? All right, we got 45 seconds on the clock starting now. We'll take a mic. Just get in your last couple of answers. That's fine. Don't worry about it, brother. So that's 10 seconds into the clock. We've got, I've got chock full of stories. And anybody find it weird that you wake up in the morning with 500,000 other people, you get into your car and you go to the same place at the same time every day, and you're so enthusiastic about going to that same place with everybody else that it takes you an extra 30 to 45 minutes to get there just because you're going there at the same time as everybody else. But you could leave 30 or 45 minutes later, take less time in the car, get there just 15 or 20 minutes after you normally would have, because you're not sitting in your car, and you could have gotten all that stuff done at the office that you literally save yourself an hour of productivity, because you can check your emails and all that other shit from your house, then get in your car and go to the office. Isn't that just dumb? Why do we do this shit? Doesn't make any sense. All right, that's a minute 7. It is time to answer the questions. We got Mike Carrier's in the house, Sunflower's in the house, Bacon's in the house, Bimbo's in the house. Mike, you going to answer the last 2 questions? Or are you good? We're good. Too late. All right, let's go. Who coached the Boston Celtics? Red Auerbach. Red Auerbach from 1950 to 1966. Who coached the Celtics from 50 to 66? Red Auerbach. Tennis legend Bjorn Borg was born in what country? Sweden. Bye, Mike. It was a pleasure. See you next time. Cheers. First person to pass Jim Brown's rushing total was Walter Payton. Walter Payton. Who lit the Olympic flame in 1996? Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali. Cassius Clay would not be accepted. It was Muhammad Ali. Joe DiMaggio's nickname. There were 2 to choose from: Joltin' Joe or the Yankee Clipper. Joltin' Joe or the Yankee Clipper. Who got that? We got 1. No, it wasn't Shoeless Joe. Sunflowers. Goodness gracious. Yankee Clipper. Nicely done, kids. What Czechoslovakian tennis star defected in 1975? That was Martina Navratilova. The team that reached the Super Bowl 4 straight years in the 90s and lost was the Buffalo Bills. I don't think the Chicago Bears did that in the 1990s. Golf excluded. What game occupies the largest playing field? What ball game occupies the largest playing field? That would be polo. Polo occupies the largest playing area because of the horses, obviously. Although I think truck polo occupies an even larger field than horse polo, but I don't think that's a sanctioned event. And then finally, freestyle, telemark, and adaptive are types of skiing. Skiing is the correct answer there. So Mike Carrier got Sweden, Yankee Clipper, and the Bills. He got 3 points, so I'm going to mark him down for 3 points because he deserves it. He answered them right, he gets the points. Some dude would be correct, but is not the correct answer. Sweden is correct. 1 for sunflowers. Number 4, you wanted them. Famous athlete. Huh? I wanted them, but don't. Oh, you watched them. Gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. So you got 1, Sweden. Martina in was 1. Yeah, that is correct. Polo is correct. You got 3 sunflowers. Sunflower adds 3 to her commanding total. Bimbo Barbarella grabbed. Oh, yeah. 1, 2, no. 3, yes. Clipper, yes. Bills, yes. Holy shit, woman. You got 5. You added 5 to your tally there. And oops, almost gave Bacon those points because I wrote it in the wrong box there. Where is Bacon? Did Bacon answer anything? He missed the first 6. There's Bacon. No Broncos. Yes, polo and skiing. You got 2. Bacon got 2. That brings him up to 10. Mike has 3. Bimbo has 12. And 16. It is still anyone's game with 2 rounds to go. Anyone's game with 2 rounds to go, except for Mike and Square Table. They're pretty much out of the running at this point. So 16 for sunflowers, 10 for Bacon, 12 for Bimbo, and Mike Carrier has 3. So there you go. Where are we at? We're on round 4. Holy shit! History, culture, and geography. Round 4. Round 4. 4, oddly enough, is not a round number. It is a very angular number. It is straight line, and straight lines. Unlike 3, which is a round number. Y'all really have to watch Brockmire. You really do. You really need to watch Brockmire. Tell you all about the stories I had when I was in a Taiwanese brothel. You've just never lived a day in your life until you've woken up one morning with 2 ladyboys on either side of you, and you have no idea why you're covered in lube. Anyway, okay, round 4, history, culture, and geography. 9 questions, 1 point each. Let's go. Question 1. Y'all ready? I'm ready. Question 1. What is the tallest volcano in the continental United States? What is the tallest volcano in the continental United States? Number 2. I know one of y'all should know this one, or that one. Number 2. What African country has 11 official languages? 11. What African country has 11 official languages? Number 3. Where would you find the Queen Alexandria, Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Maud mountain ranges? Queen Maud? Who the fuck is Queen Maud? Where would you find the Queen Alexandra? I don't even know who the Queen Alexandra is. Queen Elizabeth and Queen Maud mountain ranges. Hey Siri, who is Queen Maud? What country? Oh, Maud of Wales. Okay. What country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans? Matty J is in the house. Matty J. We're on question number 4, Matt. If you want in, you're in. Which country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans? Number 4. Which country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Oceans? Number 5. What is the capital of the Philippines? What is the capital of the Philippines? Number 6. Married on April 29th, 1945, she committed suicide on April 30th, 1945. Who is she? Married on April 29th, 1945, she committed suicide on April 30, 1945. Who is she? Number 7. Where is the Sea of Tranquility? Where is the Sea of Tranquility? Number 8. What country has the world's tallest building? What country, number 8, what country has the world's tallest building? And finally, number 9, the Statue of Liberty is holding a torch in her right hand and a tablet in her left. What is inscribed on the tablet? What is inscribed on the tablet? All right, so Maddie J, we are in round 5. I'm sorry, round 4. There are 2 rounds of trivia left. The game is wide open, relatively speaking. I will repeat the first 3 questions if you want me to. But I'm going to ask them quickly. What is the tallest volcano in the continental United States? Tallest volcano in the continental United States. What African country has 11 official languages? Where would you find the Queen Alexandra, Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Maud mountain ranges? Hey Siri, who was Queen Maud? Oh, she was the Queen of Norway. Maud of Wales was the Queen of Norway. Okay, gotcha. Hey Siri, who was Queen Alexandra? Hey Siri, who is Queen Alexandra? Really? 1901 to 1910. She was an honest to God Queen of England and Empress of India. I'll be fucking stoned on that one. All right, that's enough. We're good. Okay, we're going on. Answers to the questions. The tallest volcano on the continent. Blah, blah, blah. Tallest fucking shit. All right, calm down, Brita. Tallest volcano in the continental United States. Mount Rainier is number 1. Number 2. African country has 11 official languages. That is South Africa. South Africa has 11 official languages. The mountain ranges Queen Alexandra, Queen Elizabeth, and Queen Maud are all found in Antarctica. Antarctica. Queen Alexandra was a Queen of England. Queen Elizabeth, obviously the Queen of England. Queen Maud was the Queen of Wales, who was also the Queen of Norway. So there you go. All English tarts. What country is bordered by both the Atlantic and Indian Ocean? That would be South Africa. South Africa, bordered by the Atlantic and Indian Oceans. The capital of Philippines is Manila. Manila. They make great wafers there. Married on April 29th, died April 30th. That was Ava Braun. Ava Braun was married for exactly 1 day. Until she and her horrible, horrible fucking husband killed each other. I couldn't think of a better death for either one of them. Except maybe being ripped apart by hounds. The Sea of Tranquility, after being, of course, tried for wars against humanity, or crimes against humanity. The Sea of Tranquility is on the moon. The Sea of Tranquility is on the moon. What country has the world's tallest building? United Arab Emirates. United Arab Emirates has the world's tallest building. And finally, the Statue of Liberty has a tablet that says June IV MDCC LXXVI, or simply July 4th, 1776. I would take either one, and that is fine. All right, answers, kids. Sunflowers. Incorrect. 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 Yes, you got one. No. No. Dubai? No. It is United Arab Emirates, not Dubai. Sorry. That is 1 for sunflowers. Because the question was, what country has the world's tallest building? Bacon answers I think that's supposed to be MT. I'm guessing spell check corrected that. Mount Rainier, South Africa. Nope, nope. Manila is correct. Eva Braun is correct. Not her pants. What? Oh. UAE is correct. You got five. You got five on that one. Five for bacon. Five. Um, Bimbo Barbarella. Rainier is correct. Congo is not. New Zealand is not. South Africa, number four, is correct. Wow, South Africa's on there twice. Cool. I forgot. I didn't realize that. South Africa, Luzon, no. Ava, no. Ava Brown, not Perone. Wrong Ava. The moon is correct. UAE is the correct answer for number 8. That is 3. 3 for Bimbo Barbarella. 3. And did I see Mike Carrier had answers? Did I miss that? No, he's gone. He bounced. He noped out. Matty J partied in the house, and I did not see answers from Matty J. That's fine. Last round has double the points. Let's get a tally real quick. We've got 17 for the person who started the round in the lead. That would be Sunflowers. We have 15 for Bimbo Barbarella, who had been in second place. Now we have 15 for Bacon, bringing him tied for second place. We got a straight up dogfight here, guys. We got 2 points separating first and third place. This is a tight competition. Woo! Speaking of things that are weird, you know all these old dudes who were like all simping on Wednesday Addams in the new TV series, Addams Family? They're all like, she's good. Show me more of her. Oh my God. She's a fucking high schooler, you perverts. Jesus Christ. I never understood the sexy schoolgirl stripper kink. I never fucking understood that. Why would you be getting off to a sexy schoolgirl stripper? She's like portraying a high schooler as a stripper. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, you dirty old perverts? Stop it. Cheerleader kink. I don't get it. Like, I guess they could be college cheerleaders, but football, professional football dancer cheerleaders, I guess, but that's not how they're dressed. They're dressed like little high school. Ugh, it's gross. It really is gross. I don't get it. It bothers me. It really does. It fundamentally bothers me. But, hey, who am I to tell people about their weird kinks? Do whatever you want. Just, keep your eyes and hands off my niece. You freaks. All right. Anyway, where are we at? Round 5? It's time for round 5. The fifth and final round. All points are double. 2 points separates first and third place. We have a tie for second. Round 5 is general knowledge. All points are doubled, first and last names for any person, which is the answer, unless it is a commonly accepted first name. If it asks for a country, you give me the country. If it asks for the city, you give me a city. If you give me the country and they ask for the city, I will shame you. All right, are we ready? Are we ready, kids? Kids, are we ready? Reminds me of the hot chick at the bar that dressed us as Wednesday for Halloween weekend. See, Halloween was on a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Friday? They're dressing up as it's a Wednesday. Anyway, um, I'll allow it. Though I guess she was a Hogwarts. No, it's not any better. Hogwarts students are still high schoolers. They're children. It's just weird and creepy. Anyway, I get it that the actress that plays Wednesday is like 20-something years old, but still, I mean, you're simping over a character that is a child, a baby. Like, fucking be better, you pervy dudes. Okay, round 7, general knowledge. Points are doubled. Let's go. Number 1. In military terms, what does MASH stand for? In military terms, number one, in military terms, what does MASH stand for? All right. Give you a second to type. Number two, Jax, Clay, Gemma, and Tig are all characters on what popular TV series? Jax, Clay, Gemma, and Tig are all characters on what popular TV series? Give you a second to type on that one too. Okay, I think we're set. Number three, who invented the thermometer in 1593? Who invented the thermometer in 1593? The date is important because that kind of zeroes in on who it could have possibly been. Like it wasn't Einstein. He wasn't alive in the 1500s. Number four, what video game series would you find the characters Michelle Chang, Yoshimitsu, Kuma, and Jack? In what video game series would you find the characters? I had to go slow so I could read these correctly. Michelle Chang, Yoshimitsu, Kuma, and Jack. Number five, what are circular tents used by Mongolian nomads known as? What are circular tents used by Mongolian nomads known as? Number six. What is the name of the butler in Downton Abbey? What is the name of the butler in Downton Abbey? Downton, Downton. Number seven. There is a bug in a classic video arcade game's programming that causes the timer to have a time limit of 4 seconds to complete the 117th screen, which is not enough time to finish that level. In what arcade game would you find this kill screen level? There is a bug in a classic video arcade game programming that causes the timer to have a time limit of 4 seconds to complete the 117th screen. That's not enough time to finish that level. In what arcade game would you find the kill screen level? Number 8. 1.5 liters of champagne is known as a what? 1.5 liters of champagne is known as a what? And finally, the last and final question of this competition, what is the patron saint of lost causes? What is the patron saint of lost causes? There you go. That is all the questions. Timer's on the phone. And remember, this is just an exhibition game, a friendly competition. This is not a sanctioned event, and therefore no gambling allowed. No gambling allowed. I should have probably given that warning at the beginning of the game and not the end of the game, because if you gambled at the beginning of the game, and I'm telling you now at the end of the game, you would have lost your bet. So there you go. That was also the warning that David Letterman always gave when he did stupid pet tricks. That it was just an exhibition, not a sanctioned event, and therefore no gambling allowed. Answers now. That is 45 seconds. We are done. We're done. You have had your chances. Sunflowers, Bacon, Bimbo, everybody's got their answers in. Let's go. MASH stands for Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. 2 out of 3 got it right. Very good. Jax, Clay, Gemma, and Tig are all characters on Sons of Anarchy. Sons of Anarchy. Number 3. Who invented the thermometer in 1593? 1593 would have been the one and only Galileo Galilei. Galileo invented the thermometer in 1593. You can still get a Galileo thermometer today with the different little glass bubbles that have different pressure inside them and float at different temperatures. But yeah, the noted astronomer and scientist, pressurometer, baryometrist, whatever. In what video game would you find the characters Michelle Chang, Yoshimitsu, Kuma, and Jack? That would be Tekken. Tekken has those people. Number 5. What circular tents were used by Mongolian nomads? Those are yurts, Y-U-R-T, or gers, G-E-R-S. The butler on Downton Abbey was Mr. Carson. Mr. Carson. Number 6. The kill screen game, or the game with the kill screen level, the 117th level, that was Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong. Nobody got it? Anybody? Nobody got Donkey Kong. Number 8. 1.5 liters of champagne is known as a magnum. Magnum. That is why they call the extra large condoms Magnum condoms. Also, why they call the cartridges for bullets with extra gunpowder Magnum rounds. 45 Magnum. There's also 38 Magnums and 22 Magnums. You can get a 22 Magnum, which is actually oddly, surprisingly good for hunting boar. I would not hunt a boar with a 22 Magnum. I would hunt a boar with a fucking rifle. I don't want to get that close to an angry boar. Number 9, finally, the patron saint of lost causes is St. Jude. St. Jude is a patron saint of lost causes. I think St. Jude is also a hospital system, which is ironic, to say the very least. All right, let's look at our points, kids. Who got the points? Who got the points? Sunflowers got 1, 2, 3. 3 correct answers for 6 points. Who's next? Goddamn Bacon. Let's see here. Nope. Nope. Tekken, you got 1, 2 with yurts. Alfred is incorrect. You got Magnum. That's 3. 3 for 6 points. Bacon gets 6 points. And finally, Bimbo Barbarella, Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. That is correct. Galileo, that is correct. Let's see here. You need 4 correct answers to tie. 4 correct answers to tie. Mobile Army Surgical Unit, Galileo Galilei is correct. Round Tense is incorrect. Jeeves is incorrect. Patman is incorrect. Jigger is incorrect. Billy Ray Cyrus, no! You got 2 correct answers for a total of 4 points, putting you in 3rd place with 19 total points. Bacon comes in with 21 points, and this week's winner with 23 total points is Sunflowers for the win. Hot da giggity da bam. That was fucking exciting. It came down to the oh my god, the last fucking set of answers. Bimbo Barbarella got 2. You needed 4 to win, and you got 2 correct. Bacon needed 4 to tie, and he got 3. That is super duper. I should have done sunflowers last. I'm really bad at this, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Y'all did great. This was fun. This was a fun game. This was super duper fun. I'm gonna papers go there. I have some water because my throat's a little dry and sore. My son's upstairs with a 100-degree temperature. Everything in this house is falling apart. God damn it. If only you remembered what MASH stood for. You could have tied it. We would have gone to the tiebreaker, which would have been. See, what's the tiebreaker? Well, I was looking forward to the tiebreaker. I thought it would have been cool. The tiebreaker would have been. Let's see here. Where's the tiebreaker? The tiebreaker is, what is the circumference of the Earth to the nearest mile? And the person closest wins. Would have won the tiebreaker. So, what is the circumference of the Earth? I guess at the base. What is the circumference of the Earth to the nearest mile? Go ahead and answer. Go ahead and answer. See how big y'all's brains are. What is the circumference of the Earth? You have 45 seconds starting now. Actually, no, fuck that. You have 30 seconds. It doesn't take that long to put a number into your chat bar. 30 seconds, not even 30 seconds. You have 15 seconds. What is the circumference of the Earth? Put in the circumference of the Earth. Closest without going. No, we'll just go closest one wins. Closest one wins. Circumference of the Earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. You're done. You're done. Bimbo Barbarella is the only one who was brave enough to answer. That means Bimbo Barbarella won the theoretical tiebreaker points. Vanessa Kitty says 36. Bimbo Barbarella says 35,678. 66,000 miles. Come on, Sunflowers, give me a number. If they're all, well, we're not doing Prices Right rule, so it's not the closest without going over. But if you think it's higher than 66, if you think it's lower than 35,678, you can put 35,675. You can put 66,001. What's your number? Oh, Sunflowers answered. See above. Where is Sunflowers answer? Sunflowers. Did I miss it? I don't see it. Bacon, Sunflowers, 20,000 for Mr. Jiggs. Sunflowers, you didn't answer. You said ask Vanessa Kitty. That's all I saw. All right. Well, the answer is 24,901 miles, which makes Mr. Jiggs would have been the winner of the tiebreaker had we done the tiebreaker. Had we come down to it, but we didn't come down to it. We were the difference in points from first to last place was 4. 23 for Sunflowers, 21 for Bacon, and 19 for Bimbo Barbarella. That was fucking amazing. Very good. Yeah, I don't see your answer. Yeah, like you answered. If you answered, it didn't like stick. I didn't see it. It's gone, vanished, poof. No answer. At least not on my screen. Did Bacon use Google? Oh goodness! All right, let's put up the chat screen. Where's the counter? I want to see the counter. See if we moved. See if we added the 10th. If we're at 12:10. See if we're at 12:20 yet. We're not at 12:20 yet. I did post a short before the show that didn't really take off much. We're at 12:15 total. We need 5 more to see if we to get that extra number in the 10 spot there. Yeah, 12:15 to be specific there. But the real number that I'm looking at right now isn't the subs number. The real number that I'm looking at is the hours number, and I am at 1759 for hours. I only added like 75 net hours for the month of November, which isn't that's not enough. I need to add like 300 a month. So I need to figure out how to add 300 hours in the month of December. I don't know how to fucking do that yet. I don't get enough views on the videos that I upload. Shorts don't count for monetization hours. I can't do live shows every night. I can't do a 12-hour show on Friday nights. Um, when I look at the hours that I get on the shows that I do post, the live shows that I do, I get between 10 and 35, but I can't do a 35-hour show every night. I just can't do it. Maybe I'll do it like 1 month, like do a live show every night for a week. Just 1 month. We'll just do like a 5-hour live show every night for a week just to see if I can get like 200 hours that week. Ugh. God, it just sounds exhausting to do it, to just say that out loud. Well, let me put the chat screen up. That's the next scene on my OBS screen there. Bip. But the chat screen's not active yet, but I can fix that in just a quick shake of a lamb's tail. We're only going to be up for another like hour and a half. Don't mind me. We'll make this work. I promise. Close that screen. Open this screen, and give me a little bit of juice. There we go. Hot damn. All right. How did the one where me and Bacon do? Oh, that was a really good show. Like okay, hang on. Let me get the chats. Let me get my chat screen open so I can scroll up to where we were. Radius of Earth times 2 times pi equals circumference. Yeah, that's correct. Radius of Earth times 2 times pi. Also, I think it's like 100,000 kilometers, right? And if you and like so that should be what did you put as your answer? Did you put 66,000? No, you put 36,000. Who put 66? That was Bacon. Isn't it 100,000 kilometers? Um, hey Siri, what's the definition of a kilometer? Yeah, that's not what I wanted. What is the definition of a meter? No, no, like the French determined the length. Hang on a second. Um, how did the French determine the length of a meter? Because it, according to the French Academy, 1/10 millionth of the half meridian as the unit of length. Okay, so that's the length of a meter. So the half meridian was 10 million meters. Divided by 1,000 would be 100,000. Isn't that 100,000? Hey Siri, divide 10 million by 1,000. Divide 10 million by 1,000. Okay, so 10,000 kilometers would be the circumference. Then would be 6,000. How many miles is 10,000 kilometers? Okay, so 6,213 miles times 4 would be 24,000, which was the answer. That was 24,000. So there you go. I never would have come up with that calculation by myself. I knew the details around like meters and stuff like that as far as the circumference of the Earth, but I never would have come up with radius of Earth times 2 times pi. I don't know what the radius of the Earth is. Not off the top of my head. Bimbo, you better pimp your music show. You absolutely better pimp your fucking music show. Um, let me give you mod rights. Can I do that? Yeah, there. I gave you mod rights, so drop your link in chat and do all your stuff that you need to do so that people can find your music show on. You don't do it on Saturdays anymore. You do it like on Fridays, don't you? No, you don't even do it on Fridays anymore. When do I find your show? I randomly find your show, but I don't know what day it is when I find it because I'm usually like busy. You do it on Fridays. No, you do it on Sunday? Pimp your show. Put it in chat. Remind me when to find you, and then I'll come on with bad tech issues, and I'll shit the bed when I come and try and promote my stuff. That's a funny ongoing bit. Since I can't ever get my computer to work when I come on your show, I don't know why. I don't have the slightest idea why my computer doesn't work when I come on your show, but um, I can't tell you. Um, wouldn't have time even if I wasn't at work. Plus, I'm at least what? Uh, oh, gotcha. Bacon. Okay, I wasn't. I wasn't sure what that was connected to. Cheers to Vanessa Kitty. Welcome to the party. Um, goddamn bacon, you're really smart, boy. She is butter in that bread, isn't she? Man. Okay, so the Sunday show when I did the panel worked really good. Not only did StreamYard work really well, it was a fun discussion with you and Bacon. It was fun, like doing the housekeeping Sunday evening. That was a really fun housekeeping. I got yelled at by my wife because I was too loud after midnight. Um, it was a good show. It was a fun show. It was a good show. It was a good time. And we got like 35 hours of watch time out of it, which was dope as hell. Um, I just can't do that. I don't know if I could do that every week, but it was a fun show. I might come back and do it again this week. StreamYard worked. I was happy with it. I was satisfied with the technical end of the show. It worked out well. I was pleased. So maybe I'll do it again this week. It'd be an opportunity to do current events and shit. Opportunity to have people up, have opportunity to have people talk and do some stuff, and we'll see. I mean, that show lasted for what? What did we do? I think I started it at 10 p.m. and it went for. I think I went till like 2 in the morning. It was a 4-hour show, I think. Let me see. Let me look it up. That was that was live. That was our Vlogmas special. That was a 6-hour show that we streamed. It came up. What time did it come up? Um, I don't know what time I did it, but it was a 6-hour show. So I must have done it at a stupid hour at night. I must have gone from like 9 p.m. to, because that would have been three. I must have gone to 3 in the morning. That was dumb of me. I shouldn't have done that. That was dumb. Ugh. Um, you need a drink tonight. Well, I strongly recommend ginger ale on the rocks. That is a great drink. Um, with lime. Ginger ale with lime is a great drink. A kilometer is 0.62 miles. That is correct. Bacon. And I know the length of a kilometer simply because I know a 10K is 6.2 miles. 5K is 3.1 miles. A 10K is 6.2 miles. And by extrapolatory mathematicianing, I can conclude that 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles. I also know that 1,000 kilometers would be 620 miles. And 10,000 kilometers would be 6,200 miles. I can do my tens. I can do my tens really well. Um, um, but yeah, that was a little factoid that I learned. It was a weird factoid. I don't know why I know it, but a meter is 1/10 millionth of the distance of 1/2 of a half a meridian, or a quarter of a meridian, 1/2 of a half meridian. So the distance from the equator to the North Pole is 10 million meters, and a meter is 1/10 millionth of that distance. And that's how they came up with the length of a meter. So there you go. That's why a kilometer is 0.62 miles, because 1 meter is 1/10 millionth of a distance from the North Pole to the equator, which means the circumference of the Earth is 4 times 10 million meters, divided by 1,000 for kilometers, converted to 0.62 miles per kilometer. So there you go. That's how you get to 24,000 miles and change for the circumference of the Earth. It is different around the equator, but that is the distance from pole to pole to pole. Boop, boop, boop. It's much shorter if you're a flat earther. It's much shorter if you're a flat earther, and you're wrong. So it works out. The circumference of the Earth. There's no such thing. I guess. I guess it changes depending on how far you go away from the North Pole. But there is no circumference from the North Pole to the equator. It's just a straight line. It's what would be known as a radius. Radius, if you're a flat earther. But also, if you're a flat earther, you're just wrong. You're delusional. There's no such thing. It is an incorrect assumption of how the universe works. So there you go. I find you fascinating. Get a fucking room already. Jesus Christ. I'm kidding. I love you both. Not like that. Okay, where else we got? Little less than 4,000 miles is the radius of Earth. Yeah, so 4,000 times 3.14 pi r squared circumference equals 2 pi r. 2 pi r would be 6 times 4, which would be 24,000 and change. That is correct. That is correct. I could have come up with the radius if I had gone backwards from circumference is 24,000 and change. 2 times pi is 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Yeah, I could have come up, but I didn't. I just didn't. I didn't want to. But you made it very easy for me, Vanessa K, by simply saying the answer, so I appreciate that. I appreciate it. It's all right. Only Vanessa Kitty would know stuff like that off the top of her head. That's right. And she is a giant nerd, and I love the way her brain works because she is a giant math nerd. She's a good kind of nerd. She's a math nerd. She's not the one who will tell you what house she's in from Hogwarts. She's like, I'm a Hufflepuff or whatever fucking shit. Like, I'm a grown adult. I don't know what fucking house I'm in. And then, like, my wife and my kid and my other kid will be like, yep, Slytherin. He's a grouch. Like, fuck you. I'm a grown ass adult. The house I live in is fucking House Pterodactyl. There's no House Pterodactyl. There's no house anything. It's all made up bullshit. It's fucking children's books. It's written for 13-year-old children. You're a grown ass adult. What is wrong with you? And get off my lawn, you goddamn kids. I mean, it's a fun hobby. It's cute. Let them do it. I don't care. Do what you're going to do. It doesn't matter to me. I don't give a shit. So long and thanks for all the fish. It doesn't matter. I mean, I am straight up a Jedi, and I will 100% be swinging a blue lightsaber because that's the way I roll. But I'm telling you, Harry Potter's dumb. Oh, God. And I'm sure all of y'all are Harry Potter fans, and I'm the one who's the outcast. There you go. Friday, but you haven't done it in a month. Okay. Um, good. No more math talk. Come on. All talk is math talk. Although, have you seen that? Have you seen the movie? Have you seen the movie I think it was Contact that had Amy Adams, and it was the aliens that came to Earth, and they didn't speak math, right? They come to Earth and they like didn't have reference points for their language the way we had reference points for language. That would be a good movie to review and talk about. Because they were trying to convey language without the same reference points that we had. So, like when they said like communication is a struggle. Hi, my sweet. My wife is trying to get me to come to bed by. Hang on, yeah, little baby. Uh-huh. I love you, Mama. Oh man, I am definitely shutting this down at midnight. You're lucky I'm not shutting it down right now. Um, she is a damn. She is a treat. She is a treat. She is a snack. She is a mm, she is a tasty cake. That is my woman. I'm I'm blessed. Anyway, what was I saying? Contact. Yeah, these people, like when they would say like communication is a struggle. I think this was like the thesis of the movie. Like like they were they had the different pods with different in different places on Earth, and they were communicating to the different people in the different places, and they were all trying to figure out what they were trying to say. Um, and they were trying to say something along the lines that communication is a struggle because we don't have the same basis. But we in America understood like struggle to say like conflict, but in like I think it was Russia, they said like struggle was like a competition or a game, or maybe it was China that said it was like a game or chess or something like that, and we weren't understanding what we thought they were trying to say, that we're communicating that we are going to have conflict with you or something to that effect, because like the way that like their language. Fascinating movie, absolutely fascinating, because the way we communicate is based on our background and our understanding of our upbringing and all that stuff. Like, I don't know if I say the word jihad out loud, like people will be like, "Oh my God, he's gonna be a terrorist." Like, like the word in Arabic means struggle, like a religious struggle, a personal struggle, a moral struggle, but it also means like holy struggle. Like it means the same thing. It means like like cultural struggle, like war, in the same way that we use the word crusade, but it it has different connotations in the different ways you use it. You know what I mean? Like that's I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, the math, like the math talk. No more math talk. Like we were talking the other day, like math is like the universal language, or like everything's in math. Everything doesn't have to be in math. What if it wasn't? How different would it be if there was a whole like civilization that didn't speak in the fundamentals of math the way like scientific civilization, like our like growth of civilization speaks with the foundation of like you know logical progression of stuff. I mean, we even have trouble communicating with other cultures that don't formulate sentences the same way we do, like with color, size, shape, location. Like we have a progression of adjectives when we come to a noun, and if you move things around, they make different words, right? Like the um, uh, uh, lumpy fat baby versus the fat lumpy baby. Like fat describes lumps, describes babies, versus lumps describes fats. You follow what I'm saying? That's a bad example. Like, but you look this up. There's like a progression of adjectives where we use. Hey Siri, what is the progression proper order of adjectives for a noun? Like this is a thing. I'm not making this shit up. Um, there it is. The old grammar rule we follow without understanding, without realizing it. It's the uh, where is this? What is it? It's things native English speakers know, but don't know we know. Uh, this is it's like the order of nouns, or the order of adjectives in English absolutely have to be in this order: opinion, size, image, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, noun. So you can have a lovely little old rectangular green French silver whirling knife or whittling knife. But if you mess with that order in any way, you sound like a maniac, like a rectangular old lovely little French green whittling silver knife. That doesn't make any fucking sense to us. It's an odd thing that every English speaker uses that list, and we never understand, like we never think about it. It just comes out naturally because that's the way it goes. And it's always, always, always opinion, size, age, shape, color, origin, material, purpose, then the noun. Just a, I don't know why. this is just a fascinating way. And if we don't formulate our sentences that way, we sound like crazy people. But not every language does that. And I find that to be absolutely, absolutely fascinating. We can talk about that another day. We don't have to talk about it right now, but we can talk about it another day. That'd be fascinating. Um, Life is math, math is life. True. And there it is, Bimbo Barbarella, College of Knowledge, Friday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 7 p.m. Central Time. So there you go. Vanessa, Kitty, like that show? Contact. I think it was called Contact with Amy Adams. Wasn't it called Contact? Anyway, um, there's Bimbo's channel. I strongly encourage everyone to subscribe to Bimbo Barbarella's music program, The Channel. What do the winners of trivia get? You get an applause break. Congratulations. 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 um, all right. Let's see here. Um, there you go. Extrapolatory Mathematica is your new band. Oh, a new band name, Extrapolatory Mathematica. Dude, I would watch that band. That sounds awesome. Hypercube of Monkeys is already taken. Blame the French for all that, like the language stuff, or the meters. Equator is a great circle on the shape as it is on the sphere, as is it. I don't think of the equator. Hang on. Hey Siri, what is the circumference of the Earth at the equator? I don't think it's the same distance. It's 40,000 kilometers at the equator. 40,075 kilometers at the equator. Hey Siri, how many miles is 40,075 kilometers? So 24,901. So it's not the same distance at the equator as it is through the poles. Uh, is that a little more or a little less? I think it's a little less. Um, no, that's the answer to this was, hey Siri, what is the circumference of the Earth around the poles? 40,008 kilometers. How many miles is 40,008 kilometers? So that's 24,859. It is 50 miles shorter through the poles than it is through the equator. The Earth is a little bit fat around the middle. Just a little bit fat. I thought it was a little fatter around the equator than it was around the poles. Um, and there's probably a way to calculate where the Earth is the same distance around at the latitude where the Earth is the same distance around as it is longitudinally. But I don't know how to calculate that. I mean, I'm sure there's like a mathematical computation or something like that, but I don't know what it is. Uh, I'm not really worried about that either. um, if you want to get drunk the fastest, what should you drink? If you want to get drunk the fastest, just drink alcohol straight. Everclear will fuck you up pretty quick. Um, if you wanted to go right to your head the fastest, you drink a Mind Eraser, which is vodka, Kahlua, and soda through a straw. It's layered, vodka on bottom, Kahlua, and soda on top, and you drink it through a straw, and it'll hit you real fast. It's like it's also called a mind grenade, a mind eraser. Um, you drink it through the straw, and like you hit the vodka first, and then no, it's Kahlua, vodka, and soda on top. You drink the Kahlua first through the straw from the bottom. You drink the Kahlua, and it kind of coats your throat. Then the vodka just goes down, and then the soda comes in, and the soda just opens up the capillaries in your stomach, and it absorbs into your bloodstream pretty quick. Drink 3 of those back to back to back. Sit on the end of your bed. and wait, and it'll hit you. You know, it's like pulling the pin out of the hand grenade. You toss it, count however far you want to count, but you're going to fall asleep right where you sit because that will hit you pretty fast. Every great circle always passes through two antipodal points. All right, you're just making up fucking words at this point, aren't you? Antipodal points are exactly opposite points on a sphere. But all great circles, latitudinal great circles are longer than longitudinal great circles, which is why to have a great circle, a latitudinal great circle, the same length as a longitudinal great circle, the longitudinal great circle has to be cantered a little bit because no, I have that asked backwards. The equatorial great circle is longer than latitudinal great circles, and there's no latitudinal great circle that you can make that is the same distance as the equatorial great circle because the Earth is fattest around its fattest around the equator. Um, but every other great circle except for the equatorial great circles are the same length, the same circumference. Every other great circle, except for those that are in between. I think it's between the tropics, the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken, because those equatorial great circles are the longest great circles you can get. Um, I think because you got the one in the middle where it's fattest, and then there's a certain amount of angle that you can add to it in both directions that you'll still have the same length before it starts to get shorter. I think. Uh, but don't hold me to that. I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember exactly. There is a point at which the belt line of the Earth shrinks up, and you start getting, and, maybe it's just the equator that's the longest. But I thought there was a little bit of canter that you can have on the equatorial great circle, and then everything else is the same. Every other circle is the same length, 24,000 whatever, 500 or 859, because all the polar great circles are the same, and then you start to rotate it around the Earth. It's the same until you get to the equatorial bulge, and then it adds that 50 meters or 50 feet, 50 miles to it around that equatorial bulge. But I don't know what that latitude is because it's not like a full because like it's not like flat and then it starts to go. I mean that's just optical illusion. I don't know. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember. Anyway, Jägermeister for a fast drunk. I don't know about that. Bacardi 151 is a fast drink too because that's 151 proof. That'll fuck you up. Um, Evan Williams 100 proof. Blech. But yeah, Bacardi 151. That is a solid. Everclear is another one. They don't recommend you drink it straight because it'll kill you. Um, Arrival movie. That's what it is. Is Arrival the movie that I'm thinking of? It might be Arrival. That might be correct. Aliens from the future asking for help, and we misunderstood them and started a war or some shit. Of course we did because we're a war tribe. Um, uh, Romance language versus English. Yeah, yeah, exactly. But they have their adjectives all in weird places, and nouns and verbs all backwards and goofy. Um, you don't like strong alcohol? That I thought I've explained this to y'all several times. You can't offend me by not drinking bourbon. There's nothing wrong with not drinking bourbon. People who don't drink bourbon is why we have bourbon, so that we can put up with you people. um, uh, if you need content ideas, update your views now. Update your views now. The trivia winners. Awesome. Okay. I don't know what that means. Right, Earth is not. Actually, though, Earth is not a perfect sphere. You're right. It's not a perfect sphere. It's bulging in the middle. But, 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 this is one thing that I find fascinating. The relief on the surface of the Earth, between the lowest point, the Marianas Trench, and the highest point, Mount Everest. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about this. If you take the lowest point on Earth and the highest point, Mount Everest, and Earth is big, 24,000 miles around, right? If you shrink it down to the size of a cue ball, the 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 distance between its highest point and its lowest point is less than the distance between the highest point and the lowest point on your standard cue ball. How fucked up is that? Let me repeat that. If you take the Earth and you shrink it down to the size of a cue ball, and everything on the surface of the Earth is to scale, you shrink it down to the size of a cue ball. The relief on the surface of the Earth, Mount Everest to the Marianas Trench, the depth of the ocean, the height of the mountains, the surface area of the continents, all of that stuff. You take all of that into consideration and you shrink it down to the size of a cue ball. The Earth is smoother than a cue ball. There's more relief on the cue ball, including the water in the oceans and all that. So like the gaps and pits in the cue ball, our oceans would fit in those gaps and pits in the cue ball. And the amount of water, like that's how thin the surface, the crust of the of Earth, and the depth of the oceans on Earth. That's how thin it is as compared to the size of the total size of the Earth. It's that thin. It would just be like it would just be wetness. It wouldn't even be like it wouldn't even be an identifiable gap, a pit, a container, or whatever you want to call it. It wouldn't even be like a gash on the surface of the cue ball. It would just be wet. That's how smooth. That's how little relief there is on the surface. And even more mind blowing, if you take the rings of Saturn, you take the rings of Saturn and you shrink them down from the size of the rings of Saturn to the size of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. If you take the ring system of Saturn and you shrink them down, you take Saturn and pluck it out of the middle, and you take the ring system and you shrink it down to 8.5 by 11 inches, roughly this scale, the rings of Saturn would be thinner than this paper if you shrink them down to the size, length, and width of this paper. It would be thinner than that paper. That is amazing. That is astonishing and amazing how thin that layer. I mean, they're not thin. They're a few miles tall when you come up to them. They're several. They're deep. They're not just it's not just like this much out there. They're deep. But if you shrink it down by scale to, let's say, 11 by 11, it is thinner than this piece of paper. The universe is amazing. It is an amazing place to live. I am so thankful that I get to live in it. It is absolutely astonishing. And it's entirely possible that there's multiple universes out there and we just live in one of them and we will never, ever, 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 ever experience the other ones because they're just too far away. Unbelievable. It's theorized, it's theorized that the 80-something% of mass in the universe that's dark matter is really just the other universes that we can't see, that we can't perceive because it's on the other side of the veil. And what we're living in, what we're experiencing is just gravity leaking out of those other dimensions. I don't know how you can prove that. I don't know how you can demonstrate. That's like magical theoretical crap that you can't ever experiment on and prove on. But if they can make the math work, maybe they can convince people that that's what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Sounds neat. Could be. I don't know. Don't really care. Not really a big deal. But it's fascinating. Absolutely fucking fascinating. Yes, the Earth is wider at the equator than it is at the poles. Um, Arrival. Thank you, Bimbo Barbarella. Yeah, that was um, yeah, that's what I think Vanessa said. Whoever said it was Arrival. Yeah, it was Arrival. I when she said that, I remember it. That is very very true. And it's a really cool movie. Really cool movie. Talk about linguistics of aliens and how language and culture are combined and how culture defines language. And oh, it's a fascinating movie. It's absolutely fascinating. I'm gonna have to watch it tomorrow. I think. And I can't watch it tomorrow. I'm gonna have to watch it Saturday. Um, Sounds like the drink I need these days. There you go. Mind Eraser. Yeah. Rum 150. Bacardi 151. That does it. Mind Eraser is good, but 151 is a good standard drinker that is 151 proof, 75% alcohol. It will tear you up. It's also very flammable. Um, so one bottle you drink about an ounce. I'll drink as many bottles as you want. Portion alcohol in you. Yep. Need you. I want to be loved by you. Uh, the ideal sphere is, as I stated, the poles of Earth, the antipodal points. Correct. Yeah, Vanessa Kitty, God, you got such a big old brain. Want to just like slice your head open and pop it open and see how your brain works. Take a spoon. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to eat your brain, but I would. It'd be cool to pop it open and see how it works. Not like when you're using it. That wouldn't be right. You're using your own brain. Never mind. Nothing. I didn't say that out loud. Don't worry about me. Just forget it. Nothing. It really bothers me that I don't have a neck. My beard is all fluffy. Like I probably ought to like trim it. 'Cause I used to have a neck. It's right there. Oh, good neck. It's right here. Maybe it's this shirt. It just looks like I don't have a neck. I can do this. I definitely have a neck. It's right there. Anyway, where was I? What Humble and by extension Vanessa said. Carbonated drinks accelerate the buzz you get. Dragon's milk is a good choice. We're going to budget vodka with Mio mixed would be with hard seltzer. Um, Good night, Bimbo Barbarella. You have an early morning. I am not far behind. It is 11:15. I've got it 45 more minutes before I shut off the lights and leave. Uh, I really am thinking one of these nights I'm just going to leave chat up and let y'all talk amongst yourselves. That would be so funny. Look this up now. Our pint, Earth Smooth. All right, let's see what this says. Open in a new window. I'm going to open this in a new window. I'm going to look at it first. Oh, so Neil deGrasse Tyson is wrong. Is that a fact? Okay, let's look and see. It's going to go to our other screen, and I'm going to open up the this one, I think. Which one is it? This one? Okay. And let's see what y'all can read it along with me. Open. Where is it? Uh-oh. Uh, this looks weird. All right. I got to adjust this. Let's see here. Transform, reset. There we go. All right, that's better. It says Earth is not as smooth as a billiard ball. So that Neil deGrasse Tyson was lying to us, people. Let's read. Here's why. You may have heard that the Earth has shrunk down to the size of a billiard ball. It would be, in other words, Earth is. Is that true? Back in 2008, on the Bad Astronomy blog, I know Bad Astronomy. Phil Plait is a great guy. I've been begging him to come on our show, my show, our show. That according to Whirlpool Billiard Association, come on, this is too. Make it bigger. There we go. Did that mess it up? Is it readable? No, it's still readable. Good. Um, smoother. In other words, Earth is smoother than a billiard ball. Is that true? Back in '08, 10 Things Phil Plait wrote about this, and um, according to the World Pool Billiard Association, a pool bar is 2.25 inches in diameter and has a tolerance of plus or minus 0.005 inches. Doing some calculations included that the urban legend is correct. If you shrink the Earth down to the size of a billiard ball, it would be smoother than the billiard ball. Okay. Even the famous American astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson, yep, who I referenced, you shrunk it a few inches across, it's as smooth as a billiard ball. Okay. So, smoothness versus roundness. In fact, the Earth is much smoother than one might think. It definitely would not look like this without water. For example, yes, there are big mountains like the Himalayan and big trenches around the oceans like the Mariana Trench. Okay. The highest point on Earth, the top of Mount Everest, is 8.8 kilometers. Deepest point on Earth, Mariana, is about 11 kilometers, which makes a difference of from minus 11 to plus 8, about, what is that, 17? Plus 11, 11 plus 9, that's 20 kilometers. But even those are very small compared to the Earth's diameter, which is about 12,000 kilometers. According to the World Pool Billiard, all balls must be composed of cast phenolic resin plastic and measure 2.25 inches. Blah blah blah. So if we shrink the Earth to a billiard ball, the height of Mount Everest would only be 0.04 millimeters. The depth of the trench would be 0.45 millimeters. The measurements are inside the tolerance of 0.125. Okay. With no pits or bumps more than that. So is the Earth smoother than a billiard ball? Right? Scrolling. Wrong, they says. Well, tell me more. Article from ourpint.com. First of all, the specifications of the World Pool Billiard Association do not say there mustn't be pits or bumps more than 0.05 inches, 0.005 inches. This is only about the diameter. The rule says that the diameter must be within 2.25 plus or minus 0.005 inches. Smoothness is a very different thing. Well, now we're just talking about semantics. Let's assume that we produce a billiard ball and covered its surface with medium sandpaper, grit particle size of 0.005 inches. For more about grit size, blah, blah, blah. By definition of smoothness used by Phil Plait of Discover Magazine and Neil deGrasse Tyson, that billiard ball would also be smooth, which is obviously ridiculous. Okay. Oops. Oops. Where are we? Okay, there we go. The billiard ball size or smoothness would be equivalent to that of 320 grit sandpaper, still not quite smooth. So it's obvious that 0.005 inches, official tolerance for shape or roundness, not smoothness. Okay. Okay. Maybe. I mean, but the trees are not that high. I mean, come on. Billiard ball size or smoothness would be equivalent to that of 320 grit. I'm not sure that's entirely accurate. That's just like if like the relief was all Mount Everest and Marianas side by side by side by side. I'm unconvinced. Um, human finger. Oh, we're done. Um, okay, so let's think about this for a second. That would be like if every spot on the surface was Mount Everest and Marianas Trench, alternating back and forth. But you could probably feel a little nub Huh. Interesting thought. All right, we'll think about more. We'll think about that more some other time. So it's a fun thought experiment. It's not entirely accurate. That's fine. It's still fucking amazing. It's still fucking amazing. 400 miles or center. Because I mean, you're talking the highest point, the lowest point. The average relief in between there is way less than that. You know, there's only so many mountains that are over 14,000 miles. 14,000 feet, not 14,000 miles. You can't have a mountain that's 14,000 miles high on Earth. Um, huh. Interesting. Thank you for the article, Sunflowers. That is that was a cool article. Um, 400 miles to the Earth center, depending on where you're standing. A little bit more at Mount Everest, a little bit less at Death Valley. Um, anyway, saw it on his post. I commented the other day in the chat we had, how many light years across is the Milky Way? I think the Milky Way is like 100,000 light years across the diameter through the middle. I don't know. How many light years? Hey Siri, how many light years across is the Milky Way? 100,000 to 200,000 light years across, but only 1,000 light years thick. Thick. So, depending on what part you're measuring at, it's between 100,000 and 200,000 light years across. It's 1,000 light years thick. More so at the bulge. And, we all know how that is. Some of us are thicker at the bulge than others, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. Anyone else find it fascinating how much Humble is into space, even though we're going to two biggest space franchises that involve what? Blue food. Well, there's blue milk in Star Wars. I don't know what's the other one that has blue food. Is that Star Trek? I never saw him eating Star Trek. Although in Star Trek, I guess there was this apocalyptic thing with the uh, mutant whatever the people that they led a rebellion on Earth and almost killed everybody. I guess that's why they don't have any culture past the 20th century. Of course, Star Trek was made in the 1960s, but they're always like, this is Scotch from the 1980s, or this is, we're listening to Beethoven, or we're listening to James Brown, or whatever. They never have anything from like 2300. They don't have any music from 2043. They don't have any paintings from the 2100s or 22. They don't have anything. Like there's like a bunch of stuff up into the 1980s and then nothing. And then like there are very few future movies based in the future, except for Fifth Element, Futurama. Those are the only two I can think of that have music and culture and art and entertainment indigenous to the time where the movie or TV show is made. All the other ones are always reference art and music and entertainment from the late 20th century. Think about that. I don't know what that means, but do it. Think about it. Ooh, the future sucks, is what I'm saying. Anyway, but we know why that was with Star Trek is because of the whatever with the um, uh, war, the altered people's war thing that they fought. Um, anyway, where were we? What was I doing? It's 11:10 in chat. Shit, I'm 15 minutes behind in chat. How many light years across is Andromeda? How far away? Andromeda is 2.5 million light years away. Hey Siri, how big across is the Andromeda galaxy? Eight, that's solar masses. Hey Siri, how wide is Andromeda? How many light years across is Andromeda? 260,000 light years across. So it's a little bit bigger length widthwise than our galaxy, and it's 2.5 million light years away. So there's a long time. There's just many light years before we come in contact. It's several uh, because we're moving towards each other. We're not moving towards each other that fast. Not we're not moving towards each other at the speed of light. So there's going to be several million years before we crash into each other. But we are 2.5 million light years away from the Andromeda galaxy, and it is 250,000 light years across. Our galaxy is 200,000 at its widest point and 100,000 at its shortest points. So there you go. That answers that question. I haven't noticed. We could all figure onto a plane next with your focal point being at the North Pole or just above. Okay. Well, that's a bunch of spam. Wow. I do wear V-neck shirts. Sunflowers. You've seen me in my the shorts that I do. I wear V-neck shirts. This is a polo. Got a black polo on right now. My plaids are button up. They're full button up shirts. But my t-shirts are almost all V-necks. I hate crew neck shirts. I'm not a fan of crew neck shirts. Um, the clocks in space tick at different rates than clocks on Earth, and that is because you're moving at a faster speed in space than you do on Earth. Um, uh, yeah, GPS satellites have to continuously have their time adjusted because of the speed at which they're traveling. That is, yeah. You look at the big brains on my chat, boys. Woo! Earth wibbles some around as it spins on its axis and wobbles as it travels around the sun. And that is why the North Star was not Polaris when they built the pyramids. What? Yeah, we had a different North Star back when they built the pyramids. Um, a billiard ball is very close to a perfect sphere. It has to be per their tolerances. Um, nerve damage degrades fingertips. In approximately 4,000 mile radius, a little bit less. Yeah, 4,000, not 400. I figured that. According to, yep, perfect sphere is definitely being completely symmetrical about center with all points the same distance from the center point. And they do have 3D chess in space. Yes, they do. Technically, they have 3D space on Earth too. It's like everything that we see on Earth is in 3 dimensions, except for TVs, screens on TVs. They're in 2 dimensions. Um, it's not that I don't have a neck. It's that the beard is so long. Like my neck it's here. I have a neck. It's right here, but you can't see it because my beard is and I'm sitting here. I'm sitting like this. You can't see that I actually like. See, there's my neck. It's right down there. Like you can see the edges of it and everything. See my neck. It's right here. Can you see it right there? Yeah. See. But with my beard, like my beard is not long. It's not like a ZZ Top beard. It's not like down here, but it's just long enough that it obscures the edge. Unless I sit all the way up straight, then you can see it. It's right there. Adam's apple. I'm a dude. There's my neck. But if I lean forward, see, I'm leaning forward, and when I lean forward, because I was leaning forward because my paper was in the light. The light's right here. My paper was right here in front of me, so I was leaning forward. As I lean forward, it looks like my neck is gone. I'm not as, I mean, yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I definitely have a neck. It's the beard. It's the beard. Uh, and now that it's wintertime here in Houston, it's cool. So I don't want to shave it off, but I think the last time I shaved it off was in September. October, September, October. No, it wasn't October. It had to have been September, July, August. Probably August. I'd have to go back and look at the historical record and see the last time I shaved my beard. I could do that. I could go to the studio, my content. I'm sure I have a picture of me, some kind of video with me, because I had the stupid mustache. I had the bacon stash with the mustache that came all the way down here and the little uh, soul patch there, and that was for a couple of weeks that I kept that around. When did I get rid of that? Let's see here. 2 months ago. That would have been, what is this month? We're in December now, so 2 months ago would have been October. Let me go back to 3 months ago. See if I can see my stupid mustache. Um, is that one? Let me see here. Is this it? Let me see. This would have been back in. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this was 3 months ago. 3 months ago would have been September, October, November. Well, yeah, it would have been September. There I am. Look, see, there it is. My chat. That is me. I shaved off my beard back in September, the beginning of September, probably end of August, beginning of September. That must have been when I shaved the last time I shaved this off. Um, so there you go. I don't know what I'm talking about. Why I'm talking about this. But anyway, it's 11:30. It's 11:30. I was up late last night. I was up till midnight and change last night. It's half till midnight tonight. I am done. This is the last little sip of alcohol I have in my glass. Let's call it a night, kids. I'll be back tomorrow night. Music with Mike Gallo starts at 7. Um, they'll be opening up the distillery at 6. I'll be getting there at 7. We're just gonna have a fucking jamboree and have a good damn time. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be amazing. We're gonna have all the fun. Is what I'm trying to say. We're gonna have all the fun. So join us for tomorrow night's show. Mike Gallo is a great performer, thoroughly enjoyable to listen to. Um, but y'all are awesome. I really do appreciate y'all coming to play trivia. I appreciate it even without Lisa here. Y'all make the shows fun. Y'all make the show great. I appreciate it. I look forward to seeing y'all tomorrow night. We'll probably do a live panel thing sometime this weekend. Maybe Saturday night, maybe Sunday, maybe Monday. I'm not sure, but I'm really comfortable. I'm getting very comfortable with the StreamYard. I'm feeling comfortable. I want to run it a few more times before I invite some people on to be interviews. But there you go. What else you want? That's it. We had a good fucking time. Um, be awesome to each other. And remember, life is too short for bad whiskey, and it's too long. Hang on, let me get back to my main cam screen. You chat holes are awesome. I love you, degenerates. Thank you for joining the show. Still at 12:15. We did not get 5 subscribers during the show tonight. That's fine. I'm not surprised. Wouldn't expect it. Think with your whole brain, love with your whole heart, and be awesome to each other until we meet again. And the whole time between now and then, and in past and future, I am your friendly neighborhood sin merchant, the old humble guy himself. Cheers and good night. Cheers and good night. Oops, wrong camera.